Hi yo, welcome back to Bamglam DIY. So today I want to show you how you can make hair cream. When I mean hair cream, if you actually want to venture into hair cream business, you're already into making hair care products and you want to start making a very good hair cream for commercial purpose. So this is not a DIY, this is not what you can just make in your house for your hair. This recipe is actually for those who are into making who would want to make hair cream for business. So I'll be making this recipe to be as big as possible. So you can actually multiply out if you want to make multiples of it, but you at the end you'll be seeing how profitable it is. You can be able to gauge whether you would want to add it to the things you make as an entrepreneur, whether you can add it up to your products that you sell to people, or you can also choose not to. But if you want to actually venture into hair cream business, I've gotten a whole lot of text messages on my WhatsApp asking me about, please, I want to go into hair cream business and hair cream production, even though I teach it personally as a private course. But today I want to share this recipe with you guys freely for everybody so that you can actually see what you can lay your hands on in this year 2025 from my channel. So I call this conditioning hair cream because I'll be making use of lanolin. This lanolin can actually is a conditioner itself. It helps to make your hair softer and more manageable. So the hair cream, if you should apply it on your natural hair that is stiff, probably after washing your hair, is meant to help you to soften your hair and make it easier for the person that is making your hairstylist to be able to comb out your hair and make it more manageable. And then at the end of your hair making, it also helps to make your hair shinier and softer. So this particular hair cream we are making, we can use it for our natural hair, and then people who make hair extensions like making Ghana weaving braids and the rest of them that like shining the attachments before making the hair. This is a very good recipe for you. The popular brands in the market is hair food, soulmates. They have been there. They are very greasy. Yes, it is thick, but immediately you apply it in your hand, it's supposed to be easily melt so that they can easily apply it on the attachment they are using to make your hair. And after making the hair and soaking it in hot water, they expect the hair they made the person to be shiny. So we are going to be making a hair cream that can be able to cater for all these needs for natural hair, for attachments, and for any other type of hair. And yes, we'll be adding some essential oils to also help you boost your hair growth. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So let's get into the production. You can actually use your pen and paper to draft down the recipe because I'll be listing it on the screen. Apart from dropping the recipe on the screen, it will also be my description box where you can always go and find the full recipe there. So you don't need to start writing in the comment section where is the recipe. It will be in the description box. Just click that more button on that underneath the title. You'll be able to access the description box. So for the thickness and hardness for this hair cream, we are making use of paraffin wax, which is made from paraffin oil, and then we'll be making use of a stearic acid too, and then we'll be adding camphor. Please, this is industrial camphor. This is not the camphor you buy from the supermarket and place in your bathroom to be able to help you to remove bad smell and kill cockroaches or roaches. Please, this is industrial camphor. This is the one that is used for hair care products. This one easily melts. Don't go and use the other type that is colored. That one is very harmful, especially for kids and newborn babies. Please, I'm using normal industrial camphor that is used when they are making things like air freshener or hair care products because it helps to soothe the scalp and reduce itching. That's why I'm adding it. And for the blend of essential oils and carrier oils, my tea tree oil is the essential oil. You can decide to use the carrier oil. I'm using coconut oil, which is also a carrier oil. Jojoba oil is a carrier oil, and then I'm also using castor oil. Now, this blend of oil I'm using, altogether I'm making use of it at 250 grams. So now, for instance, you don't have all these oils I have, and you have only one of it. Probably you have only coconut oil. Please feel free to just use it at 250 grams. But if you can lay your hands on all these other oils, they have their reason why I actually included them in this recipe. They are meant to help you revive your hair. Jojoba oil is good for your hair. It's good to help you reboost your hair, grow your hair. Castor oil, who doesn't know the magic of castor oil to our hair? Coconut oil, tea tree oil is the oil that will be giving us some antiseptic properties in this particular hair cream. It will help us to reduce itching. It will help us to reduce the dandruff in the hair. You understand? So if you don't actually have all, no problem, but try as much as possible to include most of them. That's why I call this particular one my hair revive cream. So this set of oils I'm adding as extra are more like to help revive the hair. And then this is the petroleum jelly. This is the main component. I'm using it at 750 grams. So between 700 grams to 750 grams of petroleum jelly, you are good to go. And then we are now going to measure in our paraffin oil. I'm using paraffin oil at 2 liters. Now you can see I use three different vessels to measure out everything. But if you have something that is big enough to contain everything for you, please, you can go ahead and measure in everything into your very big vessel and place on heat and make sure everything is well melted. Now, after making measuring everything, you see how I measured all my components, all the things I'm using. After measuring in everything, please, you can now place it on heat, because the petroleum jelly, you need to liquefy it. So you need to place it on heat so that it can melt. The one containing the paraffin wax and stearic acid, you also need to place it on heat so that it can heat up and melt. And then the paraffin oil, which is now at room temperature, you need to elevate the temperature and bring it up a bit. Thereby, you have to place it on heat and warm it up a little bit. Don't use it while it is cold, because when you combine the other melted components into it, it may congeal. So just go ahead, place it on fire and melt them, and then heat up your paraffin oil. Now everything is ready. For the lanolin, which I'm scooping in now, this now lanolin is about 25 grams inside this jar. So I'll be using two of it, which is 50 grams of it. You can as well add this lanolin to the oil before you place it on heat so that it can dissolve. But because my oil is still very hot, I'm just bringing it down from the fire. My lanolin will dissolve as easily as possible. I'll just scoop in the 2 cups into it. It's actually measured as 1 tablespoon of lanolin. That's how it is being sold in the market. You need it because you want the hair to be very shiny and you want the hair to be conditioning. If you don't want these properties in your hair cream, you can leave out lanolin aside. So after adding it together, I can now proceed into combining everything. So keep watching and see how I'll do this hair cream. Now it's time to combine everything together. Mix everything together before you can now add the last component. For the last component, I'll be adding in peppermint oil. You know, peppermint oil has a way of having this mentholated kind of smell. So because of somebody that may ask me, why am I not using menthol crystals? Don't you want it to be cooling on the hair? I didn't add menthol crystals because I know I have peppermint oil. If you should include peppermint oil or mint oil into this recipe, you have that cooling effect when you apply this hair cream on the scalp, on the hair. The person will feel the a little bit cooling effect on the hair. And then the what I added now is vitamin E oil. It's just to help to prevent rancidity. Whenever you are making any formula that contains oils, try as much as possible to incorporate vitamin E oil into it. Now what I'm adding now is the peppermint oil. If you don't have peppermint oil, replace it with mint oil, or you can actually let it slide. Okay, don't go and start worrying yourself. But if you want to make something good, follow the recipe from beginning to end. And now my fragrance, combine your fragrance as much as you can. People like hair cream that smells very nice, so I'm using apple, which is one of the most popular whenever you are dealing with hair cream. And then I'll be combining it with a little bit of lemon, and a little bit of lemon and tangerine, just a little bit, but it's more of apple. And then I spice it up with some other fruity. Now because I want to make my own color, I think there are different colors in the market representing their brand. Somet is yellow, the other one, hair food, is green. There are different colors in the market, so I want something that is like mint green, so I'll be going in with some blue and then with some drops of green color to give me a mint shade of color, more like ocean marine color. So that's the color I want to have. So if you want to have red color, use red coloring. Please make sure you are using oil soluble color. It is visible enough that we are making our mixture is oil component, so you can't be asking, can you use water soluble color? Like how? Water soluble color will float, it can't mix together. So you have to make sure you are making use of oil soluble color, which means colors that are soluble in an oil solvent, or in an oil solution. So since you are making things that are oil, you need to make sure you are using oil soluble color. Please, you must not use the colors I use. You can use any coloring of your choice. You can also make use of mica colors, which is the powdered colors. They are very pricey, but it will be also be beautiful in your production. If you don't have mica colors, use the normal oil soluble colors and go ahead with your production. At the end, scoop it up and then allow them to harden up. They will set and harden up. And then from this measurement we made now, you should be able to realize 10 cups of it. 10 cups. What I have here now is 8. I don't have the remaining 2. So for the remaining 2, I'll just add it to a bigger container and save it there, pending when I'll get the remaining 2 cups. And these cups are called 450-gram cups. Some people call it 400-gram cups. But it's not fat and large. It is long. They call it long cups. These are particular cups that Soulmate use. And each of these cup in the market is sold as much as 1,500 naira in the shops and supermarket, depending on the area you find yourself. So if from this recipe you are supposed to realize 10 cups, so you should know, after selling it at a selling price of 1,500 naira for each, you should be able to realize 15,000 naira. So from the list of the materials I use, you can now do your own costing to know how much will be your cost price to make this. But you will the cost price is far much less than 15,000, so you make profit from it. It's business. The more you make, the higher your profits. So I hope you actually enjoyed this video, because I tried as much as possible to explain the recipes, the things I'm using, so that you don't end up asking much questions about it. But if you ask the questions in the comment section, I will be here to reply you. So please do enjoy this video, save this video, share this video to people that you think that may need it, and thank you for watching. Please do enjoy the rest of the video.